Okay, this is Fabulous Flux, and I've got a little friend here, Tiny Chef, to help me. So I put on my Tiny Chef apron, I get out my watercolors and a cup of coffee. I get comfy, play some music, have some ambiance, because to me, that's the most important part. Am I comfortable enjoying myself, having fun? Because this is self-care. So now I'm taking a brush that's filled with water. All of the things I'm using in regards to the paints, the brushes, all of that is from Grabby. I have a link in the description in my linktree, and I have a promo code for Grabby. So tap on that link and you can get so many things from Grabby. Now, I don't actually use this water-filled brush to paint with. I use it strictly for water. So in this small tin that I have, it's got a little space for water. It's got a sponge where when I need to wipe excess off my brush, you can use that sponge. It's fantastic. I have another set of watercolors here because I didn't feel like mixing this lime color, and that's what I'm starting with. I just wetted the paper with as much water as I wanted, and I started with kind of a lime yellow green. Then I got a color that was a little more green. Now, I'm not worried if the paper is still wet, if they bleed together, however they turn out is fine. This is just going to be the background color of what I'm drawing. So I'm just enjoying having fun, letting the paint and the brush do their thing. And that's what I love about this. There's no rhyme or reason to what I'm doing, which is what makes it so fun. And my ego can chill out and find something else to do while I enjoy whatever comes of this. Now I'm going to let this dry. You can use any pens you want to. However, if you're doing watercolor, the pen you're using needs to be permanent, because if you're using a water-based pen, it's all going to make a big mess. So, and especially if I drew first and went to go put watercolor on and I wasn't using a permanent pen, it would just make the pen bleed. Now, I am using the Tangle Flux, which for me is the grief tangle. It looks like a teardrop. It's a tangle that I love to be a go-to when I just want to do a whole page of it, which is what I'm doing here. I just watercolored random colors underneath. Green happens to be my favorite color. It's also the heart chakra. So I was very drawn to green today. I highly recommend, when it comes to meditative art or art of any kind, follow your creative intuition. People have so much trouble with this, and I did too starting out. My ego wanted to tell me what to do, where to put everything. And the minute I finally said, go away, the pen just started to go all on its own. So this is the Tangle Flux. It's in the shape of a teardrop. I have many tutorials of flux. Just draw a teardrop shape and then have some of them come together. Some of them maybe half, but there's no rhyme or reason to it. Don't overthink it, because you're missing the whole point of letting your mind relax. And all I'm doing is putting a whole bunch of these flux all over the place. While I do this, I'm focused on being light with the pen, light with the pressure, breathing, not biting the inside of the cheek, clenching the jaw. This is about self-care, letting your mind relax. And that is all that this is about. I have been teaching this on social media for 5 years. I've been a certified Zentangle teacher longer than that, teaching in my home and online. And I am of the focus, don't worry about the name of the tangle. And some people don't like that. That's okay. I don't want people to get all riled up on what the name of the tangle is. If you know how to draw the tangle or something like the tangle, draw it. Don't worry about what it's called. And enjoy what you're doing. There's no rules, there's no rhyme or reason, there's no mistakes. This is all about you, for you, and your tangle is going to turn out much differently if you focus on these things. So enjoy what you're doing. Now, I'm using a Micron pen. If I wasn't out of the Grabby fine liners, that's what I would be using instead. And what happens with this Micron pen, and it happens on any media you use. Now, millions of people, well, I shouldn't say millions, many people will say, oh, I don't have that problem at all. Okay, I do have this problem, which means other people have this problem. When you take a pen like a Micron, or any pen for that matter, and you go over another medium, like I am, watercolor, charcoal, a film starts to build on the pen, on the tip of the pen. Now, this for me happens with every pen I've ever used. They all, because they're picking up what that is. So you can take an alcohol wipe like I did here, and I just put it off to the side. And I think I got just a whole box from Amazon, and I'll see if I link that in my link tree. And whenever the pen starts to not work, it's because it's picking up so much of that watercolor. You can just wipe it on the alcohol wipe, and then I have the outside of an envelope next to that, and then I'll just take a couple swipes. Now you can see in between a few of these flux, it will create a space. I ink those spaces. They're called indices. And the reason I like to ink them is because it just creates a cool contrast. So instead of me trying to put graphite or charcoal in there, I'm just filling it in with ink. And you can do that anywhere. You could actually take a whole flux. Maybe you had a flux that didn't turn out the way you wanted. It wasn't a mistake, but didn't turn out the way you wanted. Then just ink that whole space. No one will know. And just keep going. I'm not focused on having all my flux go exactly wherever this watercolor went. I'm just letting the pen go. And I highly recommend that more than anything else, is just let your intuitive creativity flow. So I'm going to keep going with this flux here. If you want to see the ending part of the shading and all of the other things that I do with this, consider becoming a member. I'm getting a membership because I do put bonus content for members here on YouTube. So don't forget to check that out. And I'll be putting the final shading things that I do with this for people who have the memberships. If you're not subscribed, please subscribe, and you'll be the first to get new videos when I post them. And everything that I use will be in any of the links that I use. One of the things that I do sit on when I tangle is a grounding mat. And I've done many videos about grounding mats and how they take all this kind of junk that we have attached to our bodies, and these grounding mats, just like if you were outside or near a tree, it just soaks that all back in to the mat and then gives you this just, I can't explain the grounding mat enough. And if you want to know more about that, there are videos. I like Earthing is who the company I love. So I think it might even be called the Earthing movie. I can't remember off the top of my head. But when you click on my link, it'll take you to the website to check that out. The music I have in the background is from the Plantwave. I hook up this amazing device to my plants, and it plays whatever music the plants have at the time. And it's different in the winter and the summer. It's different when they're happy and sad. It's a very cool way to have your music come from plants. So once this is all done, I took a charcoal pencil. I took, I think it's sea green. I kind of did it fast. And it's General's charcoal. And I put that at the bottoms of not every flux, but a few of them, just to add a little bit of something to them. Now, after this, I do a few more steps, but I'm going to leave that for the people who have a membership to watch how I get to the final part. And I just really hope that you like these videos. And please let me know in the comments if you know what you like. Don't forget to give the video a like. That makes a huge difference for me here at YouTube. And also don't forget to subscribe if you haven't subscribed. So make sure you're breathing, light with the pen, light with the pressure, same with the charcoal. You don't have to push down really hard with charcoal. I always have a separate tortillon, which is the blending stump that I used. It's called the tortillon. And those are wrapped paper. I actually think I have a video about how to make your own. My favorite ones are actually in my kits that are on my website or in my Etsy shop. But I do have a few, I think, in my Amazon affiliate under Tangle Supplies I use. There's a few that I do like on Amazon. And then I'm just blending this out a little bit. Now, you can have it go halfway up the flux. You can have it go anywhere you want. There's no rhyme or reason. I just like that it added a little bit of something. So after this, I do quite a few more things. And if you're a member, you'll be able to see those. Otherwise, one of the content creators that I love very much is Tiny Chef. So I put on my Tiny Chef apron, and Tiny Chef helped me and watched over my tangling, which is very fun. So let me know in the comments what your favorite tangle is. If there's something you'd like to see that we do just repetitively over and over again, because those are my favorite tangles. They're the ones that you begin to really sink into the tangle. And what I mean by that, it means you really start to let go of your ego and the need for perfection, which doesn't exist, and you just let the tangle go. So after quite a few other things, here is how this fabulous flux turned out, just by putting down some random watercolors. And I love this. I think it turned out great. So let me know in the comments. Don't forget to subscribe, like this video, and become a member if you want to follow the final things that I did for this tangle. And I will see you next time. So everybody, have a great day. Make sure that you take care of you. And it's always about the journey to the end of the tangle, and the tangle's a bonus at the end. It's also very much okay to go outside the lines. See you next time. Have a great day.